Ladies and gentlemen, my dear listeners, wherever you are listening to my voice this very moment, I want to inform you that Mazen Kano has finally won the battle against the Nigeria government. And I want to inform you that this is the battle between Nigeria government and Biafra government. And Biafra government cannot back down to Nigeria government because it has been discovered by United States of American government and parliament and the UN Congress body makers, lawmakers that Biafra nation deserve respect and to be treated with dignity. As Mazen Namdekano is a political political prisoner, a prisoner of conscience. So Mazen Amdekano have not been found fighting at random. He has a focus. He has a direction. And the direction of Mazen Amdekano is to determine Biafra nation out of Nigeria terrorist country. And you can see from all indications that Mazen Namdekano is in the right channel and within the ambit of the law. Everything he is doing centers on the law. Virtually, this very moment, you can see that Americans from the onset, from the beginning, supported the Biafran movement. Biafran movement have been a peaceful movement, peaceful organization. IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, are such a wonderful and dynamic and famous people without any wrinkle, without any spot, very white, whiter than snow. And now, even if you have not believed that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is right over what he's saying, the whole world have attested to the vindication of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's right, that really Niger government was wrong and have been wrong. They have violated international treaty which they were signatory to. And at the same time, they violated their own law from their Federal High Court, Abuja, and their Supreme Court, Abuja, which told them to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and compensate him for infringing his human right. US has proven Mazen Nnamdi Kanu right over his, um, I mean, over his freedom fighting for Biafrans to be a nation on their own. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not wrong. Anyway, anybody can say whatever he likes. Anybody can say whatever he feels. But today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is vindicated by United States of America, by American Parliament, American lawmakers. They have granted Mazen Nnamdi Kanu success without further delay. Because why? All what he's doing is according to international constitution. Self-determination is constitutional. It's an international constitution. And self-defense also is within the international constitution. So let's look at what is called self-determination. Self-determination simply means you need freedom. And this world we are, God made us to be free. And for this reason, the whole world globally have constituted it and enacted it as a law that if you don't like where you are, you can migrate to another place or you can become a nation. It is true. Every nation you see existing is split from one nation or the other, even United Nations, even many nations, Central Africa, call it Georgia the Georgia in India. So and many things like that. So we have many countries on earth that split from another country. So why is it so that Biafran own will be different? And that is what Americans are now saying. And the Americans now have given order that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should not continue to remain in the prison in Sokoto, and at the same time, Biafra nation shall be considered to be sovereign. So, because the Biafra nation existed for 3 years, since 1967 to 1970. And it's not necessary. All the pains and agony and punishment, terror that Nigeria government is inflicting on Mazen and the Kano. Meanwhile, he is right over what he's saying. Just like UN lawmakers mandated Nigeria government by late Buhari to release Mazen and the Kano and compensate him for infringing his human right. All right? And they knew it, that releasing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, which means Biafra has taken place. And you know it that without Biafra, there is no Nigeria. Biafra is the pillar holding Nigeria. But today, Nigeria has collapsed as Biafra have completely been emancipated from the so-called contraption called Nigeria. So I want to tell you that the intelligent people and men of integrity, men, the sincere men, and people who understand what freedom is all about, what democracy is all about, have stepped properly into the matter of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They have taken over Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case, and at the same time, Biafra nation. You may believe, you may not believe, but the truth is but one, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have prevailed over the wicked Nigeria government, oligarchy government, nepotism government, tribalism government, and marginalization government is no more in vogue. Nigeria cannot continue from here. Henceforth, I am telling you the truth and I'm assuring. As I'm talking it, BBC is talking it. Sahara Reporter is talking about it. The Punch carry it. And these are the Nigerian medias letting you know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has taken Biafra. There's nothing to talk about it. There's nothing anybody can do about it, because what he is fighting for is an international constitution. And Biafra is in United Nations Charter. So you cannot dispute it. This is the truth. And for this reason, all what the Nigeria government has done and all what they're doing is just a waste of time. Their plans and their efforts are dead before arrival. So what I'm telling you this very moment must be very imperative for you to understand. Until you found this very revelation, you will not be able to understand the direction you are moving to. So having a direction is the most important thing. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting with a direction, fighting with a purpose. Without cutlass, without gun, without bullet, he has defeated Nigeria government. And today, Biafra is a nation. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't think that it is a joke, because if you joke, we will leave you behind, because it is time for Biafrans to go back to their nation and be what God has designated them to be, because Biafrans are not a servitude and they are not destitute. I get what I'm saying. Irrespective of the magnitude of the detractors that compass them about, so they are not jittering and are not despaired, and they have made up their mind to take the bull by the horn by bringing Biafra nation to reality as a sovereign state. United States of Biafra has been completely emancipated from the shackle of terrorism, death, wanton killings, impunities, and impoverishment, according to the world leaders who have spoken in this convention. I've let you know that Biafra deserves to be a sovereign nation and live in Nigeria. So now you, who is an Igbo man, a Biafra man, or whoever you are coming from, and you are fighting against Biafra, you are fighting against Biafrans, you are fighting against the Biafra nation, and you say it will never be. It has come to pass, so you cannot stop it. Some people may not understand really what I'm saying, that Biafra has finally been declared by world leaders. So by the time you will know it, you will only receive a news from CNN or BBC or WOT. So you will receive news from other countries on earth on how good Biafrans are doing and Biafra government is doing. Forget about whatever you are thinking. Biafra nation have a leader, have a government, if you don't know. So the problem on ground now is that Nigeria government want the Biafrans to be subjugated, but the law, according to international constitution, it is not possible for Biafra nation to be subjugated under the control of terroristic country, if you don't know. As I'm reporting it, listen very well. Other channels are reporting it. Other radio stations are reporting it. Television stations and channels are reporting it. Mazen Amdekano has done well. Triumphantly, he has overcome the arch enemy of Biafrans. So before I wrap up this very moment, I want to say, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.